What's going on, guys? Bexio back, and today we've got Voyager collapsing. They have sent out an email that we're going to go over and saying basically, admitting that they're collapsing. So a lot of the warning signs were there for a long time before this day, even up to a month before this day. People were warning other people on Twitter saying, guys, Voyager does not look good. BlockFi does not look good. That's still a warning. We'll see what happens with BlockFi. They're trying to work with FTX, but there's so much things going on in this space that are just not looking good, that you cannot afford to have your money on platforms like Voyager, like BlockFi, like Celsius. And we've seen only BlockFi is the only one not frozen withdrawals from that list so far. They could be on their way to doing that. So you don't want to be the one stuck when they freeze withdrawals and when they freeze trading and they froze everything. So even people at Voyager, I made videos and TikToks and tweets talking about Voyager, saying to get all your coins into cold storage. Had people saying, you're crazy. Voyager is not going to do it. Nothing's going to happen. And look at us now. And even people saying, can I just sell my coins on there because they're FDIC insured? Well, if you didn't do that by now, you cannot sell your coins. You're screwed, because they halted all trading too, not even just withdrawals. And on top of that, who's to say they're FDIC insured, but FDIC insurance covers if a bank goes under. Voyager went under, not the bank backing them. So it's just a weird situation of trying to say that you should get your money back when the bank is still fine. The bank didn't go under. Voyager did. But I am not smart enough to try and decipher whether or not FDIC insurance would work in a situation like that. But we can see the email right here. This is the exact email from me. I got this email, and Voyager said, today we made the difficult decision to temporarily suspend trading, deposits, withdrawals, and loyalty rewards. So they went a step further. They didn't even just temporarily, they froze, like Celsius is temporary too, going on 2 months. So they froze trading, withdrawals, deposits, loyalty rewards, everything. They froze the entire app, not even just withdrawals, the entire app. And then they say the app will be down for a short transition period. After that, you'll be able to view market data and track your portfolio, and you will receive reward payments for the month of June. So the app going down, obviously people freaking out about that. And there's even people talking like super like meme speculation, but what if when the app comes back up, everyone's balance is zeroed out? What are you going to do? This is such a big problem, and it could happen because I'm sure, just like in Coinbase's terms of use, in Voyager's, they have in case of some emergency, in case of bankruptcy or something, your assets are not yours, they're ours. So I could see that actually happening and them having that kind of clause in their user agreement. And it says, we understand the significant impact of this decision, which is why we tried hard to avoid it, including by securing credit facility from Alameda Ventures and lowering daily withdrawal limits. That was big warning signs too. I tweeted that when they tweeted something, it was like 6 days ago or a few days ago or something, them saying they are, lowering the withdrawal limits. And I tweeted warning signs, and warning signs they were. So hopefully, people listened and took their money off of here and aren't stuck here. But then go on to say the failure of the borrower, Three Arrows Capital, 3AC, to repay a substantial loan from us means this was the right path forward. Voyager is actively pursuing all available remedies to recover from 3AC, including through the court-ordered liquidation process in the British Virgin Islands. So the even worse thing is 3AC is not an American company or an American fund. So it doesn't have to go by American laws. So this whole thing is very messy. How are you going to get stuff back? As well as the money's gone. How are you going to get the money back? It's gone. You can't get it back. Even if you wanted to get the money back, they don't have it to give to you. And I think the total loan from Voyager to 3AC was like $660 million. And it's all gone. They lost all of it. And so even the loan from Alameda, which was like $500 million, didn't cover their losses and had a clause in it that people are saying if they defaulted 3AC, they no longer get that loan. So they don't have any bailout money. They don't have anything. And it just seems like just the messiest path. And people are stuck on Voyager now. And then saying, as a result, while far from optional, the decision gives us time to strengthen our balance sheet, necessary condition to protect assets and preserve the future of Voyager platform we built together. We are exploring a number of options and have to have more to share soon. So, you know, typical things. Celsius said the same thing, and they're going on month 2 of frozen withdrawals and frozen money, and people can't get their money. So you do not want to be in this situation. Anything. You've seen Celsius. Now you've seen Voyager. Voyager was super used, super trusted, public company, and they are going under. They're having problems. So if you have any money on a platform, especially one that offered a yield for your crypto, get it off. Put it in self-storage, put it in cold storage. Even if you don't have cold storage, get it into a software wallet while you get cold storage, because you don't want to be the one stuck in the platform, not being able to even move your money or get access to your money. All you can do is stare at it and hope that they don't take it. And this didn't come as a surprise to people who were in the space and who were trying to warn people the entire time, like Dylan LeClaire. He has this entire thread, great thread, talks about a lot of these companies, and he was warning about Voyager before it started going under. He's where I started getting my information, from Voyager, to look into it, see what's going on, and decide this is not good. So, you know, we have Crypto Contagion, and a whole lot of funds, companies, products blew up their treasuries with UST yield on Anchor. That's where they got their yield from. To offer you 10% or whatever, they would take your money, put it into UST on Anchor, gain 20% of whatever the yield was, give you 10, keep 10. Or if it was 15, give you 10, keep 5, whatever the difference was. But now that blew up. That was like $60 billion. Luna and UST, $60 billion was lost. And you add on top of this 3AC, because 3AC happened, the news came out after he made this tweet, but 3AC went bankrupt. They had billions and billions of dollars on their balance sheet, managing for companies, loans from other companies like BlockFi, Voyager, all these mainstream companies, and they went bankrupt. They lost it all. So these companies lost all of that money. And that's where, on Voyager's case, they had massive exposure to 3AC, and now they are going under. They froze everything, and they got to try and hope that they can figure out something. Otherwise, you just lose everything. You can see this thread. It's just a great thread going over everything with UST. And then when 3AC news started coming out, you see even right here, he was warning about Celsius and then got blocked by Celsius on Twitter. And then, you know, Celsius ended up collapsing when everyone's saying Celsius is fine, nothing's going to happen, and it collapsed. Same thing happened with Voyager. People said Voyager's fine, they got a credit line, nothing will happen. And now they froze everything and are in the same spot as Celsius. So just take your coins into cold storage. And it doesn't even end there. We have this right here. Next round of Contagion is about to drop. Cannot emphasize this enough, people. Get your Bitcoin off exchanges. Even hearing brewing liquidity crisis of a major bank. So nothing is good. Things are really going bad. People were degens in DeFi, thinking that, you know, the music would never stop and that they could just go on forever on the Ponzi scheme. But eventually, you run out of new people. The value drops very, very quickly. So you don't want to be stuck here. You don't want to be stuck in an exchange that loaned out to a bad source and is not getting that money back, and then ends up taking your money to make up for their bankruptcy. You don't want to be in that situation. Everything cold storage. Can't say it enough. Get it off exchanges, even Coinbase, Gemini, major exchanges that you think nothing could ever happen to them. It could happen to them. Right now, the Titans are probably the only ones that are going to make it through this. The Binance and FTX, the two biggest exchanges in the world, are the ones who are probably, one, going to make it out of this, or like you can pretty much guarantee they make it out of this, and two, they're the ones trying to bail everybody out. They're the ones trying to get everybody money. So it's just like, if you are just cold storage, I wouldn't even trust Binance FTX. Just put it in cold storage. They'll probably make it out and probably be fine. But just in case, that 1% chance, 5% chance, you might as well not have any percent chance of losing your own money. So crazy news with Voyager. A lot of people expected it. A lot of people called me crazy for making videos on it and talking about Voyager and tweeting about it, saying to put coins in cold storage. And then this happened. So you don't want to be the one caught in the exchange when you have no access to it and just staring at your money, hoping, praying that one day you could get it back. Don't be in that position. That's going to do it for this video, guys. As always, don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe on the road to 1,000 subscribers. I'll see you guys in my next